All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Where the thing I said had a 50-50 chance of happening is currently in the process of happening, and I am stalling successfully as I rearrange windows. I am AJ0. I am a production expert, and I am joined with 3 other production experts, as I've already fixed everything. If I hadn't made a big deal of it, you wouldn't have even noticed. I'm AJ0. I'm here with 30 Thrifty Zed, and it is day 2 of the Baddy Charity League. Gentlemen, $1,752 in the books. How are we feeling after day 1?
Feeling
That
pretty
might
good.
be
Feeling
the
great.
best day 1 we've had. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty close to it. If not,
it
we don't have.
like
We should start tracking this shit apparently. But yeah. No, I think that's a really good day 1.
KK, could you go through the VODs and count that up for us? I know you're good at that.
I need to do some math. We might be very close to 15K.
We're at 14K
lifetime
right now.
Yep.
Okay.
14K lifetime
So,
right now.
possibly today, we're gonna hit 15K total.
Yeah, we're like
That's wild.
just shy of 1,000 shy of 15K. I think would be like we're like 14K and change. So
that would be pretty fucking sick. That's a lot of money.
that is a lot of money. Be pretty pog.
So, gentlemen, real quick recap. Friday night. Any highlights out of day 1 of BCL for you guys?
Killing Joey.
Joey
we got him pretty good.
got.
Dude,
Yeah. I feel like we started off with a bang. I said that there would be a 5-man rush onto a site, and then one player would get a 5K. And I think that happened in the very first round of the CS.
Literally first round.
Literally first round.
5K pistol round.
Unbelievable.
I was like, that's a stupid prediction. I'm so happy to take your money, 30. And then literally the first fucking round. Like
actually unreal.
Yeah.
Crab game was hilarious. I think I've watched those clips like 3 times, and they're still like, I still laughed so hard at each one.
Yeah, crab game was a ton of fun.
Super fun.
We had fun in our 5-minute test round. I was like, this will be cool. And then actually getting in there with we have 27 at one point.
Yep, 27.
It was just insanely fun.
Yeah.
So many crazy things happened.
Yeah, crab game, probably my highlight. It was cool to be able to include so many people in that. It lived up to the hype. I am still evaluating how I feel about the segment I streamed at the end. I became Scourge Bane, the hedgehog, servant of the Lich King or something. I'm not even sure. This is my OC, and I don't have his backstory straight. We're still fleshing out the details. That game was weird. Thank you to everyone who stuck around through that mess, and especially thank you to everyone that shared your Sonic OCs with me on the server last night. But that night's done and gone. $1,752 raised thus far. It is time for Saturday, and I was really proud. I set up this instead of just showing the whole monitor on stream, it was I'm going to just show the Discord window. This will be so much more efficient. And now I got to show another window. So, bam, sorry, we got to see this mess. Not a lewd desktop, once again, just to be clear.
It just looks lewd because the way the window censors it. Significantly worse than it actually does. You censor that halfway and you're like, oh my god. Not that bad actually.
So gentlemen, if you're not currently watching the stream, I now have us on the left side of my monitor and the Saturday schedule on the right side, my little Windows hotbar on the bottom here. Y'all want to see that's what inside the stream looks like. Look at that. That's kind of cool. I could time somebody out. Who should I time out?
Joey.
Sorry, Joey.
Actually, I think that demods him.
I found out. Yeah, that might demod him. I found out last night if you time someone out, it deletes all their messages on that Twitch stream.
That so
that was a surprise.
That to Chai. That was toxic.
It was I timed him out. I just see literally just all of his channels. I was like, oh, I just nuked that thing from orbit. Didn't even mean to.
All right, so we got a really packed schedule ahead of us today. This is by far the most things we've ever tried to stream in one day. Again, in the past we did kind of it had been the Smash tournament on Saturday every year. Obviously, a Smash top 8 takes quite a while typically, even if we do some little things to speed it up. And given that Baddy Smash concluded literally a week and a half ago, it seemed a little redundant to do another Smash tournament. So we kind of been evaluating making some changes. Thought, hey, this would be the perfect time to try things out. So we have a whole lot of stuff coming on today, starting with our 2 p.m. block here, our meme speedruns block. Zed, you're kind of the star of the show for that one. What do you got to say? You spoil as much or as little as you want.
Well, we're gonna see Nier. We're gonna see someone get banned from Club Penguin. We're gonna definitely see Mario's nipples. And then all of us together are going to help Barney play hide and seek with his friends. And if none of that makes sense, don't worry about it. We'll explain.
Tune in and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bunch of meme categories we are going to speedrun to the best of our ability, which is probably not very good. I don't know, you've been practicing some of the stuff that needs practice. I've been practicing a little bit. Super excited for that. But that'll bring us into, that's going to be real quick and it'll be over before you know it, because that brings us into our first community event of the day, which is going to be Nexus Blitz, Team Swain versus the audience. We are going to open up in League of Legends, for anyone that is not aware, Nexus Blitz, it's a for fun kind of game mode in League of Legends. It's really fucking funny. Short games, like 20 minutes is the absolute top of these games. Like the Nexuses literally get up and start marching at each other and beat each other up in the game. Like one of them has to die by 18 minutes. Perfect for a little hour-long block. So we're going to open up a lobby, Team Swain on one team, and the first 5 people to type in the password as their opponents. Tim, that's kind of your little baby. What do you got to
Yeah, man. It's fast, it's fun, and it's not Dominion. For people who remember that one. But so no, I mean, yeah, rip, pour one out for Dominion. But no, I mean, this is a really fun riff. For everyone who doesn't remember, AJS0 and the OG Team Swain boys used to have a couple of these famous streams about a decade ago. If you wanna fill us in on that one, Swift.
Okay. Just to be clear, we called it Team Swain versus any challengers, but it wasn't really Team Swain. Okay, there were some guys that were our roommates, and we all had our PCs. We'd bring them out to the living room, have a cute little boys' LAN party, and we'd say like, "Hey, we're gonna stream anyone that wants to play against us." Team Swain adjacent, missing some really key pieces and replacing those key pieces with the worst pieces imaginable. And one day, instead of being like, haha, let's gang up on Scruffy and Scotty, Tim was like, yo, my college team's ready to play. We're like, no, this was not about you. And suddenly they're there, we're losing towers, we're being dove, we're getting mad at each other. Not good. This is hopefully going to go better. I haven't played a game.
Yeah, hopefully it's going to go better, but it's going to be super fun. We're going to have some we'll have some good casting going on for it. We're going to see see Team Swain take on the challengers of the world. And I will say, if you are challenging them, I recommend making sure your voice comms are in TeamSpeak. Got some surprises for you if you do.
So we're going to hopefully be able to get 3 games of Nexus Blitz in is the plan for that block, which is going to bring us to another community kind of event, which is there have been a lot of baddie leagues, there have been a lot of baddie teams, and for the first time, we are going to definitively prove what the greatest baddie league team name of all time is. We have a 64-team bracket, and we're going to just vote in Twitch chat 1 minute at a time through all of the best teams in baddie history, and we're going to find out who the best named team was. That should be fast-paced and exciting, and a chance for everyone's shitty... we'll be able to really roast everyone. There's some really bad names on this bracket.
You know what the best part is that's after Swift called like 65 team names?
Yeah,
there were some bad ones.
120.
There's that many?
There were. I used every team from all 14 seasons of the SBL, all 8 seasons of the Baddy Overwatch League, all 3 seasons of the Baddy Valorant League, for a grand total of 129 teams. Probably 124 team names. There's, a few belligerent copycats. So I had to cull that list down by about half, which was incredibly challenging, but kind of fun.
And guaranteed to be accurate. We've had a third-party peer review, and everything is concerned that Swift has made the most accurate and best possible bracket for all of you.
Yeah, this is going to be the definitive answer. no questions, the best team name ever.
30
And it's going to be Swift as shit.
Oh, shout out to our production expert popping up live on stream right now, updating our overlays. 30,
Hell yeah.
30, you're the only person that's commissioned all 3 of those leagues. Which league has the worst team names?
Overwatch had some treacherous ones.
Yep. Some really good ones.
It's some really good ones, but some really bad ones.
The high variance league.
Social distancing from the cart, pretty good name. I'll give him that. But also, yeah, there was some awful shit in that.
It's actually a really fun bracket because there's 14 SBLs and 11 combined Overwatch and Valorant leagues. So one half of the bracket is 32 teams from the SBL and then 32 teams from the 2 combined shooting leagues that'll set up for like a final, which will be the best SBL name versus the best FPS name. I think it's going to be really good.
Mercy Shore. Oh, great team.
So that is going to lead us into the Salty Suite at 4:30. We're going to pull this up onto stream here. I did not plan this out, but I adjust on the fly. So Salty Suite coming back for the 4th consecutive year. This is our anyone can challenge anyone to anything block, typically with some sort of stakes for whomever loses. So we've got a whole bunch of games in that 2.5 hour block. You can see here, fun list of games, fun list of players. I really love Salty Suite because you get to see such a wide variety of the community playing shit. Guys, I don't think we really have the time to hit on all of this, so I'm just going to ask everyone for a highlight that they're excited for out of Salty Suite. I'll start. I'm going to, for the second year in a row, shout out Blindsight. Anyone in Baddy Smash knows Mr. T2 Slade right here. This zooming in was not good. Mr. T2 Slade has been working on this game for about 5 years now. They are trying to get a live sellable version of this game released in the very foreseeable future. There's been a lot in place with that. We obviously had a whole block for Blindsight last year. For anyone that's not familiar with it, it's T2 Slade and a very small team are making a platform fighting game, very inspired by the likes of Melee, Project M, etc. This game is really fucking incredible. Like the smoothness, the feel of this game is really good. They actually were able to take this game to Super Smash Con a year ago and received a bunch of positive feedback. In a genre that's filled with really shitty games with really popular franchises, it's just really nice to see a game that's like actually like the controlling should be good, the characters should feel good to play. So I'm really excited to see Blindsight on stream again, especially because we are highlighting allegedly top 5 player in the world, Candy Jack, who is now got a lot of hype to live up to against the challengers.
All right, I'm looking forward to Lethal League once again.
Classic.
Me, Tree, Thrifty, Salvo, we're running it back for what is it, the 4th year now?
4th year.
It's always a good time. It's fast-paced. If you've never seen Lethal League before, it's basically dodgeball, but you play with baseballs and baseball bats, and you're trying to baseball bat the ball into everyone to kill them. So it's kind of like a platform fighter baseball deathmatch. Yeah, that's how I'm going to describe it.
30 Thrifty, anything you're looking forward to? Do you
I
even
gotta
know what
give
most of these games are?
I gotta give I do all these games are, man. Champs here,
I
but yeah, but no, I gotta give a shout out because there's something that's kind of a little hidden on there is that chess. It's Albino Joe versus Kangas Kong and Batmel. That's not like a 2v1 scenario. That's Joey's playing 2 games of chess at the same time, trying to do his best Magnus Carlsen impression. So we'll see if he is truly the chess genius he's proclaimed to be, or if he will crumble trying to manage 2 board states at once.
Joey against 3 players at the same time last night was a bit of a disaster class, so maybe against 2 he could do a little better. I legit thought that was a typo on there, the Kangas Kong and Batmel, so I'm really happy for the elaboration.
Yeah, that made that way more exciting now.
Yeah,
exactly. It's one of those things you look at it and you're like, okay, and then you hear about it, you're like, ooh.
Yeah,
that's gonna be wild.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Fight Crab because I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, and
I'm
we
very
found out
excited to see what that is.
Themed games apparently hit different, so
This whole weekend seems to be crab themed. Can they? Are they going against each other? They're not fighting a crab.
no,
right?
they are crabs and they are fighting each other.
Ah, That's all I need to know then.
Yep.
Crab
And that's honestly all everyone needs to know.
We fought a crab poorly last night, so I hope this one. I guess somebody's bound to win this one, so that's already an improvement.
That is true.
Shout out to the 19 people that died on the on round 3 of the crab.
That clip is my favorite clip from last night. It's really funny. But that'll take us through Salty Sweet, so that's gonna be fast and fun. Super excited for that. And from there on to Celeste, 3 players, 1 controller. Myself and the 2 gentlemen on the bottom here going to try to beat as many levels as possible. Each of us are going to have access to different pieces of the controls, and we're going to play on Parsec, and we're going to hope that we can beat the first level, and then the rest of them too.
Yep.
The whole game.
That's got to be an experience. In patience and bad timing.
That is either going to be the funniest thing we stream or the biggest shit show we stream all weekend.
Oh man,
no
it
in
could be
between.
both. Could be both.
It might be both.
So from there, that takes us to 8 p.m. Our headliner for the night, Baddy Feud, Family Feud, Baddy themes. We've got Team SBL versus Team Baddy Smash competing.
And there's no stakes on the line.
That's a lie.
Just for fun.
It's just for fun. No, it's just for fun.
There could be stakes, but there probably aren't.
There's some pretty big stakes.
Yo, so
yeah.
Is it too late? Can we
What?
still do that? That Swain stipend we were talking about? Can I get steak? Did I?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Why
Folks, while you're donating, make sure you sub to the channel too, because I'm trying to give myself a Swain stipend for some dinner tonight. Baddy Feud should be really funny. I have not actually seen the answers to all the questions. I've obviously seen the questions. Like a handful of people have told me about some of their answers. I think this is going to be really fucking funny. We've got a really good lineup of players that are going to be competing. We're super excited for this. And that'll take us to our... No, go ahead.
I'll say it right now, if any team actually gets all of the answers to a question, I'll donate $10 to charity. And there's going to be a lot of questions.
All right.
But some of the answers are, we asked Baddy League people, so the answers are going to be fucking weird, as we expect. So, good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. Have fun, everyone. And Team SBL, I'm rooting for you.
Team Baddy Smash, please, you need to win this more than you know. And that'll bring us to our next community game, our big community game for tonight. Similar to Crab Game last night, it's going to be Team Fortress 2. 30, you did all the legwork here, so why don't you tell the people what we can expect there?
Yeah, we have a 24-player slot public server with a 8-map rotation. All the classics, all the good ones. Dust Bowl, Two-Fort, Harvest. Yeah, dude. And then end with CP Steel. So let's get there, guys. Let's win all those other maps and get to the best map in the game, CP Steel.
Wait, we're going to win Two-Fort?
Yes, we're going to win Two-Fort.
Is that... Can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I've said it to 2 caps. We can do it.
I remember
Someone will win 2-4.
Cool. I'll see you tomorrow.
freshman year at Stout, we'd set up, we'd bring our laptops to Zed's dorm and we'd all just sit there and we'd just find a 2-Fort server and we would just run that bitch for 10 hours at a time.
Yeah.
I love 2-Fort, man. It's the only real map to me.
Yep. Oh yeah.
It's so good. I'm so excited to play TF2.
It's been a while.
Especially the classic maps. Yeah, we did a community TF2 night I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I think at this point, and I haven't really played it since. So I can't wait. If anyone's like, oh, TF2, I hate all the weird ass items and shit, we got some of the weirder stuff turned off. Classic maps, classic abilities and shit. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, I'm expecting half the players don't even know what those new items are. Like me, like myself. So I'll be using a lot of vanilla stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be a great time.
I gotta play some demo night, man.
Oh shit.
I'm all about the demo night.
That should be pretty fun.
It's gonna be good.
Good chance to
download that shit right now.
Yes, download TF2. That's a little bigger than Crab Game, but again, free to play game. You have no excuse to not be there. Hope to see you there. And that'll take us to our last closing Sonic block for the second night in a row. This game, a little more legitimate than what we played last night.
I'd say significantly.
This was
Significantly
made
more.
by Sega, so I don't know. That counts for something, right? It's called The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. It is a visual novel that they released on April Fool's Day last year to a lot of positive reception. It's a couple of hours long visual novel, presumably about solving the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. I know basically nothing about this, and so we're going to go in pretty blind. Chat, you may remember we closed out with a different visual novel last year. I think this one I will be less likely to get randomly murked by ninja birds halfway through. Although I'm not positive. I don't know that much about this game, so we'll see. But we're going to be relying on chat to help carry me through that one. So that is our slate for today. Gentlemen, any closing remarks here before we go to our intermission before the speedruns begin?
Buy the t-shirt.
Yeah, buy the shirt.
Buy the shirt. Donate
money for the
Donate
kids.
charity.
I guess, yeah, let's hit the two big things in case anyone wasn't here last night or didn't catch what's going on. Two things worth mentioning. The t-shirt, it is a Baddy themed t-shirt for the first time. It is a limited drop. If you do not order it this weekend, the shirt will never be made available again. I bought it. Have you guys all bought it?
I'm buying it right now.
I have it open right now. Buy it.
I'm just
Buy
saying.
one for my cat too.
There's gonna be
Buy one.
There's
Buy
gonna
one
be a
for
Swain,
her?
there's
Yeah.
gonna be a Swain party where everyone's gonna show up in the shirt, and if you don't, you're gonna feel like such a loser, and you should, because if you don't show up in the shirt, you will be a loser. And I know the Baddy League is all about most of us being losers, but when you have the chance to grab that W, you can't let it slip through your sweaty gamer hands. Also, Mount Swainsmore, if you missed that, we are doing every day. The top donator over the course of the day will be immortalized on Mount Swainsmore for all of eternity. I believe we're going to be bringing this back as a next year. You will see this on the production with the winners from this year. So Drews has already secured himself one spot. Do you really want him to secure the other two? You can make a difference. Swipe, folks. That's all we got. We'll be back in a few minutes here. I got to start setting up for some speedruns. So, folks, thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you all day long donating to the kids. Stay bad.